What's going on, guys? Mcskillet here with another CSGO video, and today I'm going to be making a video on some skins that actually look pretty cool when they're not in the factory new condition. Now, of course, usually people try to get their skins factory new, and more often than not, factory new skins look the best. But in a few instances, there's actually some pretty unique looking skins that are in worse condition than factory new, and sometimes actually look better than the factory new version of the skin, which is what I'm going to be covering in this video. So let's get right into the first skin. So starting off, we have the Tec-9 Hades. Now this is what it looks like in factory new, and this is actually sort of cool when it's factory new. And the unique thing about this skin is, though, when it becomes battle scarred, the little the warrior helmets on it actually turn into skulls, which there isn't too many other skins that do stuff like this. But this is just the normal battle scarred one, and this right here is a max float battle scarred one. This is the most battle scarred that the Tec-9 Hades can be. As you can see, almost all of the warrior helmets are skulls, which is actually pretty unique and pretty cool how Valve actually made this, so the skin kind of changes as the condition changes. Next up, we have the Mcskillet Firestarter. Now this is a pretty boring skin when it's factory new. One of the worst skins in the game in my opinion, just a really bland looking skin. But I think this skin actually looks a little better when it's like field tested or in the worst conditions sometimes, because as you can see here, it actually starts to build up a bunch of red stuff on it. I believe this is like supposed to be blood or something, but I think it's kind of cool how it actually gets blood on it instead of just getting more wear as it has a worse condition. But next up, we have the Glock Bunsen burner. Now the condition hardly affects the skin at all. As you can see, this is what the factory new one looks like, and pretty much all the other conditions look really similar to it. But actually, for the battle scarred one, if you get one that's incredibly battle scarred at the max float, which is 0.79, or just something that's close to that, what's actually pretty cool is the skin starts to become really green, and it actually is kind of glowy green on the tip of the Bunsen burner. So it's a lot different looking. It's like a green skin instead of all blue, so I think it's a little cooler looking when it's battle scarred. So that is the Glock Bunsen burner. Next up, I'm going to be covering some more of the rust coats. Now these knives definitely look better when they're a lot more worn. I don't really like these in the first place. I don't think too many people like these, but when they're well worn, which is actually the best condition on a rust coat, they look absolutely horrendous. As you can see, it's just like a gray skin with a little bit of brown on it. But when they're really battle scarred, like this one right here, this is the most battle scarred bayonet rust coat in existence, it actually becomes a kind of a cool color, kind of a unique looking knife because of how rusty it is. It's still not the best looking knife, but it's definitely better looking than the well worn one. So that is the bayonet right there. And I'm also going to be showing the flip knife. This is the flip knife rust coat. This one becomes insanely rusty when it becomes battle scarred. As you can see, this doesn't have too much rust on it right now because I'm just looking at a well-worn one. Actually, this is the best well-worn one, the least rusty, but this is the most rusty one right here. As you can see, insane amounts of rust on this knife right here. There's also two rust coat gun skins, the sawed-off and the PV Bison, which have the same effect as the knife on here with the condition. So I thought I'd go over some more skins, where as the condition gets worse, the color simply changes. There isn't really any damage that goes on the skin. So the first example is the Scout Abyss. As you can see, this is a factory new one. This is actually the lowest float one. It's basically just a blue Scout. It's a pretty nice skin though. But as you can see, when it becomes battle scarred, this is a very battle scarred one, it just changes colors to like this greenish color. There isn't any actual scratches really, it's just this green Scout instead, which is sort of cool. I'm not really going to say it looks better than the first one, but the sawed-off copper also has a similar effect, where it becomes kind of greenish when it becomes very battle scarred, or just battle scarred in general. But right here is the factory new one. As you can see, it's just normal copper. As you can see there, the sawed-off copper skin. But right here we actually have the sawed-off copper battle scarred. This is the highest float one. Pretty much all the battle scarred ones look pretty green like this though. So that's the final skin for this video, guys. I hope you guys found this video pretty interesting, and how some skins can actually look better and kind of unique and cool when they're battle scarred. So that's just about it for the video, guys. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter. I have like 0 Twitter followers compared to the amount of subscribers I have. So at OG_Mcskillet, I post a lot of stuff on there. So make sure to check me out on Twitter, follow me, and I'm Mcskillet, and I'm out.